Conor McGregor should leave the UFC, go to one championships, and fight in Muay Thai, not mixed martial arts. Prove me wrong. The biggest argument I think anyone would make against that is that the one fighting championships would not pay him as much, but his net worth is over $200 million. He's not fighting for the money. He hasn't needed the money. He wants to fight because he enjoys it. He would enjoy Muay Thai more. Not to mention his performance would increase. Think about it. What are a couple of things that have given Conor McGregor issues in his performances in the past? For one, he is very explosive, very powerful, fast, twitchy type individual, right? What's the downside to that? The downside to that is that he is prone to gassing out in the later rounds. Well, Muay Thai is shorter. Can you imagine how terrifying it would be to fight Conor McGregor, where after every 3 minutes he gets a minute rest and the contest only lasts 9 minutes in total? You have prime, full-on Conor McGregor the entire time, and even in championship rounds, those are only 15 minutes long of fighting in total. 5 3-minute rounds. So that energy burnout discrepancy in the later rounds isn't that big of a deal. What's the other problems that he's had in the past? Wrestlers. Chad Mendes gave him problems a little bit, and Khabib, and stuff like that. Like, obviously, in Muay Thai, they're not allowed to take you down. There's no grappling. There's no submissions. Conor McGregor is a good wrestler, and he's really good at getting up to his feet, but just one less thing for him to worry about. Another thing, too, is pacing. Because a lot of these things are only 9 minutes or 15 minutes long, there's less, feeling out. It's closer to a sprint than it is a marathon, right? So therefore, they're prone, the tempo tends to be a little higher, which means that Conor, being a good counterpuncher, you have an opponent who has just a little bit more of a rush that they're trying to get into, and they're more likely to walk into that big, counter too, right? So I really don't see why Conor McGregor's in the UFC. He could fight in Muay Thai, 1FC. The gloves would be the same. He'd be a superstar still. He'd still be making some money, not as much as he would in the UFC. But again, he doesn't need the money. And he would perform way, way better. Everyone's saying, is he too old to, keep fighting for a championship? Well, I'm sorry, but the idea of Conor McGregor getting the strike and not worrying about a takedown is exciting. Imagine Conor McGregor, who never got taken down. And in addition to that, imagine the excitement for him. He doesn't need to do all that wrestling conditioning and everything that he's used to. He can just stand and bang, which is all he wants to do anyway. I don't see why Conor McGregor isn't fighting in Muay Thai. I don't understand why he doesn't make that change. Like, I have a hard time. Like, he's not a guy who likes to take people down and maul them. And you could extend this argument to a lot of people. Francis Ngannou, Tai Tuivasa, Derek Lewis, really big stranger, Max Holloway, Alexander Volkanovski. A lot of these guys who, I understand that the UFC would, in mixed martial arts, at least here in America, will pay them more. But I don't understand that once you get to a certain level of, a guy like Conor who doesn't need the money anymore, why is he grappling? Why is he going up against... Why potentially go up against somebody like Islam Makhachev and get taken down and mauled when that's not the thing you really want to do anyway? You remember when he famously said he only counts knockouts? Remember that? That he doesn't feel like submissions count? Why the fuck is he in a sport that allows grappling? That's my 2 cents. I feel like I'm just going to ramble at this point. Hang on. What's behind here? Oh, check that out. Look at that. Anyway, y'all have a good day. I appreciate you watching.